Happy Father's Day, man. I got my boy Johnny coming on today, man. I just sent him the link. He can join us today. We got a couple things we got to talk about. Definitely Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Even if you ain't here, you didn't get the text message, you didn't get the like on social media, or whatever it is, man. Happy Father's Day. Today I'm gonna dive into the Father's Day spending versus the Mother's Day. A lot of people we always highlighting, you know what I'm saying, Father's Day, Mother's Day, all that type of stuff. But a lot of times, the restaurants are full, packed. The grocery store, I was at the grocery store today on Father's Day. Even the grocery store was empty. I was like, oh, this is crazy. But why do you think dads often get less celebrated financially and emotionally? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why aren't the fathers? You know what I'm talking about? Most families go harder for Mother's Day than do for Father's Day. I mean, for sure. So yeah, one of the things that I did in lieu of Father's Day is Juneteenth weekend, and there was so much going on all at the same time. And before my boy Johnny come on, I guess I'll share this brief story with y'all, man. I found myself at the swimming pool. And even though we was at the swimming pool, everybody at the swimming pool couldn't swim. So there was myself, my little one, and a couple kids running around the swimming pool. And the mom had like maybe 5 babies, like little kids running around and one baby. So maybe 4 kids running around on the pool deck and one baby in the stroller. I don't know if she took her foot off the stroller, her hand off the stroller, or her eyes off the stroller. But all I know is the stroller rolled into the swimming pool. And this happened on Monday, June 15th, 2026. So a lot of people know that I'm a proud veteran, proud Navy veteran, you know what I'm saying? And when the swimming pool incident happened, it happened actually 25 years exactly from the day that I enlisted. So it was like my anniversary enlistment day that actually transpired. So I was like, man, look at God, what is he trying to say, trying to do? But I found myself protecting and serving way back then, taking the oath way back in 2001 on June 15th. And this past June 15th, fast forward 25 years later, 2026, I saved a baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Marcus is a hero. So I want to start off with that, man. I'm a hero. You know what I'm talking about? I saved a baby in the swimming pool the other day. So when you see somebody, tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Tell them that Marcus saved a baby in the swimming pool on June 15, 2026. The little baby's name is Leon. And I'm just sharing that with y'all because I want everybody to learn how to swim. I think it's important to learn how to swim. We got to learn how to swim, man. Boys don't know how to swim. You learning how to swim, you can save your life and a life. So think about it. You can save a life and your life as well if you know how to swim. I was able to save a baby. And my daughter was also a hero. She was able to save the baby bottle and the baby wipes and everything else that was floating in the water when the baby stroller rolled into the pool. So it's a crazy situation. Now, if something like that happens to you, do you keep that to yourself? Do you share with everybody else? If you do something amazing on earth or amazing online or amazing in your life, do you keep it to yourself or do you share it with everybody else? And even though this event, this rescuing, this heroic event that took place at the swimming pool when I saved the baby, I've been thinking about it since then. That was like 6, 7, that was about 6 days ago. I still been thinking about the baby. I still been thinking about the situation. And I'm like, man, why am I carrying this with me? Like I wasn't trying to traumatic me. I just saved the baby. But I didn't tell anybody. I ain't tell nobody. So I want to come online today and let y'all know that your boy's a hero, man. You know what I'm talking about? So if you ever see me around, just know that we safe. You know what I'm saying? If there's some water involved, we still good because I paid attention. I know how to swim. I swim like a fish. And again, I think it's very important for you to learn how to swim because you could save a life and also save your own life if you know how to swim. A lot of times when I tell people I was in the Navy, people be like, hey, everyone in the military know how to swim, right? I'd be like, hell no. Hell no, a lot of people in the military don't know how to swim. You go through this shit called swim quads where you jump in, and when you jump in, you got to tread water for X amount of time or X amount of minutes or whatever. And some people just don't know how to tread water. So even if you don't know how to tread water, you got to at least learn how to doggy paddle, keep your feet, do something other than just sink. You know what I'm saying? That's never going to be the solution. There's a lot of techniques you can use to survive, taking your boots out, tying the strings and putting them under your arms, all type of stuff, man. You can take your pants off, tie each pants leg up individually and actually take the air and float in case you know what I'm saying, your life depends on this shit. So take that shit with you. Little military training, little military experience. So for Father's Day, you know what I'm saying? Let's start there, man. If you are a father, you know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Day. Every father, stepfather, grandfather, uncle, mentor, all that, man. Anybody that's standing in the gap, man, we appreciate you. I just want y'all to know, though, everybody's spending money for Father's Day. I'm going to actually look up the numbers, Father's Day spending. Because even with, companies, they don't send a lot of email marketing during Father's Day. I ain't received no specials. So Father's Day spending is approximately $27.9 billion. And Mother's Day spending is approximately $38 billion. Now, it's not about the money. So the difference between Mother's Day generated roughly about $10 billion more in spending than Father's Day. So the average per person, average consumer is spending about $199 on their people, man. You know what I'm saying? If you love daddy, spend more than that $199, man. You know what I'm saying? If you love daddy, you spend $199 today, man. You onto something. You are onto something. You way to let your father know that he's a hero. You know what I'm talking about? Way to go. $199. That's the average consumer spending for a Father's Day gift. Popular gifts include greeting cards, clothing, special outings, electronics, gift cards. They ain't say nothing about no ties, drawers, and socks, man. Going on with the ties, drawers, and socks, man. We tired of that, man. You know what I'm saying? We deserve better. Mother's Day. Mother's Day consumer spending normally about $290. You know what I'm saying? Boys go drop that bag for mama and them. You know what I'm talking about? Flowers, jewelry, dining experiences, the whole shebang. Spa treatments, personalized gifts. Now, why do Americans spend more on Mother's Day than Father's Day? It don't matter. It's not a comparison. It's not a competition. We love everybody. We just want to make sure that y'all acknowledge some of these daddies that some don't acknowledge. Don't not tell him Happy Father's Day because you're mad at him because he didn't take the trash out because he did something. You know what I'm saying? Just because he did something, what about the things he already done? As it becomes, of course, most fathers are really easy to please, so make it easy for them. You know what I'm saying? Now, aside from the Father's Day thing, like just think about, let me see, how church was. Church, talk about church. I went to church. The church was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually share my screen, share this tab and say, there we go. Church was amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? I went to church today. Was the church church talking about something about a fire and furnace and you know, 3 people going in and 4 people coming out. If y'all know that part of the Bible, then you know which part I'm talking about. It was saying it was a miracle. You know what I'm saying? Miracle. It wasn't a fire. The miracle was people refusing to bow. They was like, hey, man, when y'all hear this music, we need y'all to bow to this tree, man. I know y'all believe in God, but when you hear this music, you know what I'm saying, go and bow down. And many Christians, they did that. They bowed down because they didn't truly believe. But it was 3 men that decided not to. They decided not to. They were thrown in bound. They were bound. They were tied together. You know what I'm saying? Thrown into the furnace, and they're walking out. It's a message in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to go through quite a bit and then keep that faith till you feel like you can't even take no more. And that's what Carmelo Anthony is going through right now. You know what I'm saying? He's going through the furnace. You know what I'm saying? He's going through the ringer. Why do y'all think they released a video of Carmelo Anthony on June 19th? Juneteenth. Why did we release the video of Carmelo Anthony on Juneteenth? People are saying at the time it raised concerns. Now, the official footage, I think it was tied to the court evidence that was being released after the trial proceedings. So they didn't release all the footage apparently during the trial, or we didn't see it at all. So they actually showed some new footage, some new content. So I'm gonna actually pull that up to see Carmelo Anthony footage. It came out in the midst of Juneteenth, so a lot of people was out celebrating, and you know, I got a chance to like press play on it, and so I wanted y'all to watch it too with me. So we're gonna watch it together. Let me find it. Carmelo Anthony.
So I was wrong.
Oh no, that's somebody else's video, man. I need one of them official videos. Oh, here we go. This look like close enough. Like more news related than everything else. Like it's more trustworthy, you know what I'm saying? Share my screen. All right. Now there's no sound on this video, but of course you can kind of see exactly what's going on. They were at a track meet. It was raining. Some schools had set up their tents, and the young man, Carmelo Anthony, was under a tent that he was not a teammate. I guess they were Austin and Hunter and the other guys. It's like, hey, you ain't supposed to be here. You know, y'all know the story. So the video came out here recently, and is actually showing uh, the crew that had approached Carmelo, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think if I was Carmelo Anthony, I definitely would have wanted to take the stand for sure. You know what I'm saying? Let me plead my case for myself. Let me speak. Let me say what happened. Because him not being able to say what happened, I think is what got him, in the situation that he's in, where you have to depend on other people to speak for you. You got to depend on other people. Like you actually put your life in other people's hands. So in the video, what we're looking at, you see Carmelo. They'll show him actually sitting down. Let me rewind it. They show him walking in. So there's I think that's Austin. So that's Austin. Look pretty big. You know what I'm saying? Let me verify on this. Sorry. On this video, when you see the size of the young men, wow, they look bigger than the people they walking in with, or he. So yeah, we're gonna do it. So you walk in, it's raining. There's the other brother. So say five. So 3 + 2, that's five, potentially. There's Carmelo. So you got 3 + 2. That's a total of five people that's walking in potentially, right? So the Metcalf brothers walk in with a few people with them, and then you see Carmelo walking in, and then he got that Fear of God Essentials sweater on. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that. I thought that was pretty unique. Just the hoodie he had on. I mean, Carmelo, man, boy had the Fear of God hoodie. The hoodie Carmelo had on. Carmelo had this hoodie on, man. I don't know if y'all paid attention to my man's attire the day of. And I looked at the cost of the Fear of God hoodie. You know what I'm saying? $150, man. Some of them 175, and they got some hoodies right next to it for almost $4,000. It's Fear of God, the Fear Essentials, Fear of God Essentials. He had this gray one on. This the one. This is the exact one that Carmelo Anthony had on at the track meet. So shout out to my Christian brother, Carmelo Anthony. Now, back on the video, again, you see he's walking in, he got the backpack, the bleachers. And right about there, you can see he started to curve up a little bit and look like he's about to walk up the bleachers to the tent. Let's see. More people at the track meet than expected. Now, I'm almost positive these, right here, these are the Metcalfs in the crew that's walking in to the right. Again, let's keep watching. A lot of people was concerned about them dropping this video on Juneteenth. Like, it was a reason behind it, purpose. But everybody, we out celebrating, man. Barbecue, fun food, family. Juneteenth is so important to everybody, especially now because some people don't even have family reunions. And that's what Juneteenth was for. It was for slaves that was traded during slavery to come back every year to find their loved one. So if you was traded from one side of town or one city and state to another, you would come back to Emancipation Park. That was the first black park in the city of Houston. Designated for us by us. Jack Yates and them boys, man. Yates High School. So this video, we're still looking. I'm trying to see what when things go transpire, but it's a 10-minute video. So okay. So here you can see they have Carmelo highlighted, circled at least, and this is like right after the stabbing, the self-defense, the hey man, touch me again and see what happened after the warning was given. And RIP to Austin Metcalf, man. Crazy situation. Now, when I go back, you'll just see what that is highlighted right at the top left. We can start there. But pay attention to under the tent and see like any type of commotion or movement. Right over here. Because he's gonna pop out the top. So something happened to the left underneath this tent. So pay attention to under this tent. This is see. All right. Yep. I already seen seen the movement. Yeah, I already cause I see him popping up at the top right now. So 223. Go back about 215. 215. So about 223 popping up. So there's 2 minutes and 15 seconds until this 10-minute video that was posted by Fox 4 Dallas Fort Worth News. I went to Dallas Fort Worth because this is the Fox News station for DW. You know, so like, hey, they got the real video, and they gonna want us to see what they want us to see. So I want to see what they want us to see. I want to press play. So I'm glad y'all watching this with me. So yeah, Carmelo's about to hop up right now. You see right here, he's jumping up and he's already hopping up. So it's just a lot of blurred activity. But I see him hopping up, sprinting down the bleachers. And whoever this is behind him to the left, that boy is chasing. Like, but Carmelo is running for his life because his hoodie said fear of God. But on this day, I'm more than positive, man. That boy, he'd have won every 100-meter dash as fast as he was running over the wet bleachers. You know how afraid you got to be for your life to be running fast on some wet bleachers? I'm talking about everybody know that except for kids. Only kids don't know that that's not something you're supposed to do just yet. Everybody learns at some point. Carmelo already knew, but he was running for his life, and there's a couple people running behind him. Where it's like he slowed down or something. Let's see, look like he slowed down. Okay, so we did see that he fell initially when he came off the bleachers. He fell, boom, got back up. This is where he falls. Again, this is not an easy thing to do. Like sometimes when you're running bleachers for training, running up and down, you running up and down once or twice. You're like, you know what? I'm fit. I think I got enough. I got what I came for. But of course, you got to push through. And when he running down, it's easier than running up. But running down is easier to slip and fall as well. So that's what you're seeing happen right here because again, it's wet, and that's what happens when you're running on wet bleachers. It's running pretty fast. Now, right here, it must be like some type of tag or fences or something right here because he kind of slows down and then he picks back up. Which I don't understand, you running. I'm like, hey man, keep going. Like, don't stop. They about to get you. You know. The amazing thing is who recorded the video. Like whoever this is, who got the footage where the cameraman is following you. You know what I'm saying? Like how do you know he had the ball? Is what I'm saying. Like they it's like, oh, number fear of God hoodie, essentials. He the one with it. Like and the cameraman just following like you would follow the person with the ball on the field. That's what the cameraman is doing. Whoever the cameraman is, it's crazy. Great job, though. It's crazy. So he's running, 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 and they running faster. So whoever this is running behind, they must got something. You know what I'm saying? They must got a knife too or something. Because if somebody just stabbed somebody, you just run that fast to get up on somebody. Kind of like the Mr. Child guy. I'm saying Mr. Child. If he was running towards the little boy when the little boy didn't steal anything from the store and chased the little boy down, shot him in the back, and was saying that they were in fear for their life, or his son at least. But what's happening? Carmelo, he's walking now. He's power walking, and those people are still walking behind him, but Carmelo's really walking, which is amazingly shocking to a police officer, apparently, where he would feel safe. So there's a police officer, they're walking with him. Everybody's heard. All the kids were frightened, running around. Now the officer let Carmelo go. Okay, now they heard they're putting him in handcuffs. Enough kids have said he did it, he did it. Who knows? Yep, Nike's hands still free. Walking. Court surveillance. Man, I wonder, if size matters. And, a lot of people, they talk about self-defense like size don't matter. But I know, you don't want to get hit by no little guy or no big guy. You probably don't want to get hit at all. So, self-defense is like, is it if you touch me, but you can't respond with more aggression or more force than what was given? Something along those lines. Now, with Carmelo, he had said the words like, "Hey, don't touch me again and see what happens," something like that. And now they're back by the tent, and now we're seeing what happened. So the police officer walked back to the tent, I guess I don't know. Somebody stopping him, questioning. Okay, he's breaking down. Now now they're putting him in cuffs. Man, can you imagine how it feels to be like just you versus the entire world or school or track meet or tent? That's what my man Carmelo. I mean, everybody on the field, off the field, in the bleachers, in the parking lot, are like, you. The whole time he like, nah, it wasn't. No, I told him they, but he never got a chance to say what happened on the stand. I'm sure some people got up there and said some things that may have happened, and then said some things that probably didn't. Put some icing on some things because that's what a lot of witnesses or people that have intentions. They usually say more or say less. And I do think that years from now, there's going to be a lot of cases, a lot of witnesses, some more video that may come out years later. People like, no, I saw the whole thing, and this is what really happened. But as these videos continue to come out, I'm gonna keep pressing play on them. I grew up in a spot, an area where somebody put your hands on them, you definitely want to. Somebody put their hands on you, you definitely want to hit them back. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to always walk away and go tell the teacher or nothing like that. You know, that will keep them up off you, man. Sometimes you can't even wait on them to hit you first before you hit them back. Sometimes you got to hit them first because I've seen some people get hit first and not even get the opportunity to swing, just be knocked out cold, sleep. But the best thing is just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Walk away. So you're not led away like Carmelo is being led away by these authorities. And I got him over here by this gate. This is when they started interviewing him. Now let me find that video where they were interviewing him and he was kind of expressing some things. Let's see YouTube. I think it's from the police camera, the police angle. The body cam arrest video. Still on Dallas Fort Worth. Remember I told y'all that Fear of God hoodie. Here it is right here. That Fear of God hoodie, man. Essentials. That's where Carmelo had on. I went and checked it out. Let me check out this hoodie that the man was right. Fear of God. Again, this Juneteenth weekend, this video in the midst of our family reunion, y'all. It's like, hey, I know y'all together. While y'all together, since y'all having a blast, press play on this and start the conversation. So that's what I'm doing. I'm like, man, let me press play on this. See what's going down. See how they came up with 35 years. So you can move forward and know. Now, when I heard that young man breaking down like that, I was like, man, that is not the sound of a killer. That's how I know this man was in fear of his life. Again, the way he was running on the bleachers, the way he took off, man, he slipped, fell, got back up on some DMX stuff. And at the same time, you see that he's breaking down. These ain't no fake tears, fake cry for help. And look, the police officers will always be like, this is the alleged suspect, this is the alleged, person, this is the alleged crook. The last thing you want to do is be like, nah, it's not alleged, I did. Just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, yeah, nah, Thing is, they be calling you, murderer. Not this is the person that defended himself. This is the person that was, had to do what he did. But, if they calling you, this is the mass murderer. This is the alleged mass murderer, and you don't know what the people are saying about you. You like, no, I'm not alleged. I did it. I definitely don't want to have that title riding with my name type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking sometimes these police officers, TSA people, man, they be doing the most, man. Like, why you gotta grab and check me again? You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta check me again? The people at the door at the clubs in Atlanta. Fellas, I know y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You go to the A shot, and that's the first thing you walk the club, they check you right there at the front. Then you got another dude want to check you in the middle. Then another dude's like, come on, man, why everybody got it? Everybody not straight in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You got the bosses that really enjoy their job. So in this situation, they check them again to make sure they have no weapons on them. They put them in the back seat of the car because sometimes people go into the jail with weapons on, knives, phones, all types of stuff. And this is tragic. At a track meet, just anywhere on school campus, one thing we know is that we don't want our kids responding with violence like this, where you are taking a life in response to physical aggression and physical touch. But what is the answer? What would have been the solution if this ain't it? Right? Of course, it's not. So what are y'all telling the young men, y'all fathers out there on this Father's Day? What are y'all saying to your teenagers? The generations are different. Are y'all telling them like, hey, somebody hit you, hit them back? You telling them, somebody look like they want to hit you, run? Are you telling them somebody hit you, hit them back, and then run tell the teacher? Are you telling them like if somebody hit you, just take it like a man, turn the other cheek? Like what are we telling the folks? Hopefully, we're not even put in situations where you gotta learn how to respond if somebody wants to physically harm you. But that's what Carmelo did. He was learning on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Mom and dad taught him a lot of things. Um, but what about when they bigger than you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you told me don't we ain't run from nobody. That's what we raised in the house, right? Right? I'm a man, little boy, little man, whatever, right? But sit there and stand on your 10. But at the same time, what if they 6'10"? You know what I'm saying? You 5'10". Um, so yeah, let's see what happens. Nicest police officer ever, man. That boy say, lean this way so you don't, because them cuffs will start squeezing on you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they start squeezing on you. They always want to put you in the cuffs and then let you go. In my situation, I've been put in handcuffs quite a few times and let go all the time. Like always detaining and always letting go. Different situations in life, fights, brawls, misunderstandings. But in this situation, this officer is letting them know, like, hey, don't sit on the handcuffs. You got blood on your hands. I think they took pictures of his hands. What the grade, man? Shout out to Carmelo for graduating. he still graduated through all this. He was still able to graduate, walk across stage, still get that degree, which I'm sure he's still gonna be pursuing his education, no matter where he's at. Because the thing with education is, it don't matter where you at for real. Like a lot of people want to go to Harvard, they want to go to Rice, they want to go to Stanford, but you can go to ACC. You can learn from home. You can learn from the palm of your hand. So you can learn from wherever you're at, especially now with technology, even in prison, even in jail. So he's going to continue learning. So shout out to him. Keep graduating. Don't graduate and stop. Always be graduating. You'll see some of these comments. So you have to tell me, Juneteenth release of the footage is live. So that's the first thing that the people are saying. First thing that you see, first comment, right? One, two. Second comment. Second comment you see actually says a Juneteenth release of this footage is wild. Let's check out the reply. Why do they say Juneteenth? His cries in prison would be wild, somebody said. America don't care about this holiday. Some of us do. No, hold on, speak for yourself. Now look, I don't know if y'all understand what the meaning of Juneteenth is now. You know what I'm saying? I just told you. Juneteenth that's the Texas holiday now. You can't be disrespecting Juneteenth and stuff like that. But anyone else noticing that it's not downpouring and there are so many people standing out in the rain at the time of the stabbing? Got a big house, brand new Escalade after this. Somebody said 35 years isn't enough. He put his hands on me. Not he punched me, not they put their hands on me, not they jumped me. Yeah, this Fox News comments right here, man. He deserves to be locked up. Danger to society. One so-called touch, you murder him. Evil had entered into this young man's heart some way or somehow. He's a dangerous young man. Somebody else said he should have got life without parole. I mean, I disagree with a lot of it. You know, again, when you are walking around Earth, no one or nothing is supposed to be impeding you. You know, if you are walking somewhere, you're sitting somewhere, and a lion comes over there and says, hey, you need to move. Um, you know what I'm saying? And you say, nah, I ain't moving. Or you go wait on the line to strike you first, even, you know, or you go wait on the line to do whatever the line does. If a line claw you, a line bite, I don't know what lines do where they want you to move about from under the tree. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what lines do. But if you're sitting under the tree, the line come over there and say move, but you know what the line is capable of. You've seen what the line is capable of. And so you tell the line like, hey, I ain't moving, but I also don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? And apparently, I think Carmelo said something like, "Hey, touch me again, like touch me again," or you know, yeah, touch me again and see what happens. So that was, you know, it's like a lion biting you real quick. Just man, move. And you be like, nah, he's just gonna bite you or claw you real quick. It's gonna get you, give you one. You bleed now. You know what I'm saying? And then while you bleeding, or while he clawed you, while he moved or pushed, or did some football move or whatever. I don't know if y'all know what a football move is. Somebody said on the stand that he did a football move. I seen Reggie White and them boys type of Ndaku Insu, you know, all these football players. I seen the football moves. You know what I'm saying? So again, you get the gist of the line, man. People, lion, animals, hyenas, 3, 4, more than one. 35 years for ending life. He's definitely going to be. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. These are some interesting takes. Now, in this video, you got a chance to see, um, you know, got over there. They put him in the handcuffs, and I think he goes all the way to where they're walking him. Yeah, so that's where we picked up. We picked up and they was walking him to the police car. Here. So this way, they had him at the track, and they were walking him to the police car right after this. See him walking out, man. I'm shocked that they don't have a lot of people like surrounded with him and stuff. Man, this is has been an interesting live thus far. We got so much more to talk about. Now, a lot of people were upset at the release date and timing. You know, the fact that it was on Juneteenth. Again, they released the footage on Juneteenth. So what I decided to do, I'm on ChatGPT right now, and we finna go check some things out. I'm gonna share my screen and let you guys see exactly what I'm reading. I already know history a little bit, you know, but I want us to know a lot of it. And I think it's important because, again, they released this video of Carmelo Anthony on Juneteenth. That's like your family reunion having your family having a reunion, and you know the enemies are the people or the system that's around your family that don't, you know, always want what's best for you and your family. Releasing a video to hurt your family, to make your family out, to make them upset, to get a reaction. We don't know. But we are all looking at what they're posting, and they posted those couple of videos that we just watched. One with the track, big video track field where he took off running, then the other video with the police body cam where he was arrested and placed in the back seat of the police vehicle. So what is Juneteenth, man? Juneteenth, everybody know, man. What they don't know, a lot of people think that it's just slaves being released and all this and shebang, but I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what it really is, right? In Texas, in the last state that succeeded from the U.S., right? It was like, hey man, we ain't following the rules, the laws, and the regulations of the other state. We gonna be our own state. So Texas was its own state. Because Texas was its own state, a lot of people was trying to come across the border of Texas and let everybody know, like, hey, y'all free now. But everybody that tried to come across the Texas border on land and let the slaves know that they were free was getting killed. So that's why it took about a year or two, you know what I'm saying, for things to actually happen in Texas. Because in Texas, again, I think my boy Pop Darby was saying it was the wild, wild west. You know, there was no laws. It's like whatever the people in Texas want, the people in Texas got. And a lot of people in Texas want a lot of different things. So it was a lot of internal fighting going on. At the same time, they was keeping the outsiders out. So while that was happening, anybody that wasn't pro-slavery that was walking across with the documents saying, hey, the slaves are free, they got killed. So that's why the general, Gordon Granger, ended up in Galveston, y'all. That's why he ended up in Galveston, because they had to come on some boats. They couldn't come across the land. They couldn't walk across the land. They couldn't ride the horses across the land. They couldn't ride cars across the land. You know what I'm talking about? They had to drive the boats to Galveston to get to Texas because the other to Texas that they was trying to come across with that free the slave talk wasn't going down. So they hit Galveston on some boats. So shout out to the U.S. Navy, man. Shout out to the Union sailors, Union soldiers, all those people, man. So General Gordon Granger. General Gordon Granger. Who is? Okay, see who is. General Gordon Granger. Gordon Granger was a Union Army general during the American Civil War, best known for announcing the enforcement of freedom for enslaved people in June 19, 1865, a day now celebrated as Juneteenth. So shout out to that man. You know what I'm saying? Granger arrived in Galveston with approximately 2,000 Union troops, collar troops, but let's say sailors or something. You know what I'm talking about? Navy on the boat. Remember that. June 19, 1865, read the General Order number 3. Now, I get mad when I see and hear that people read an order, like General Order number 3, and because they read an order, a document that somebody wrote, you know, a piece of paper that somebody printed out, and now this paper, this document says that you're free. It's paper, black and white. I don't understand that about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's some shocking stuff right there. I'm hoping that we do better in America and not let papers in black and white, you know, say whether or not we got rights or not. Like, this is bananas. But anyway, he showed it with a piece of paper, read the General Order 3. But again, they're talking about why was Texas different. So Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. So emancipation, let's talk about that. Right here in Houston, there's a street called Emancipation Boulevard. That street used to be called Dowling Boulevard. I don't know if y'all remember Houston, Texas, man. You know what I'm talking about? Back in the game, back in the gap, Emancipation used to be called Dowling Boulevard. Now, they changed Dowling from Dowling to Emancipation. Dick Dowling in reference to slavery in Houston. The street was originally called Dowling Boulevard. Dowling, Dowling. That's what it was called. Same street that Emancipation Park sits on. Same street. It was called Dowling. Now, why is that important? When people refer to Dick Dowling, they're talking about Richard W. Dowling. A lot of times, a lot of people named Richard, they always go with the nickname Dick. You know what I'm saying? Dick Dowling, Richard Dowling, Dick Dowling, you know what I'm saying? So people, Richard, you might have a friend call you Dick. Like, hey, what's up, Dick? And that's because, you know, that's the short. Like, I think Bill is to William. Anyway, who is Dick Dowling? Dick Dowling was the dude that was born in Ireland in 1837 and moved to Houston in the 1850s. He owned businesses in Houston. Served as a Confederate military officer during the Civil War. He became famous for leading Confederate forces at the Second Battle of the Sabine Pass. You know, the Sabine Pass, downtown Houston, the Sabine, right there where Fundy is at, all the water, the parks and all that. That's where he was at. Where a small Confederate force defeated a much larger Union attack. Why is he connected to slavery? Dowling fought for the Confederate States of America. The Confederacy was formed primarily to preserve the institution of slavery. I mean, keep boys enslaved. You know what I'm talking about? And the existing social order of the slaveholding South. Because of this, many Houstonians later questioned the streets and monuments. Because if you remember 2016, they changed the name of streets. They changed the name of schools. They tore down some monuments. Some public institutions were transformed. I know that Dowling Middle School used to be in Hearn Clark. They changed that to Lawson Middle School. So why was Dowling Street controversial? The street now known as Emancipation Avenue was originally called East Broadway. In 1892, Houston renamed it Dowling Street in honor of Dick. A lot of streets that we drive down, a lot of places that we go, with the namesake. They're named after people that may have not felt that good about you. You know what I'm saying? You might be riding down the street from, a name, who knows, Westheimer and them boys. You just never put names. The controversy came from the fact that the street runs directly beside Emancipation Park, which was the park we were just at doing the Juneteenth event. Shout out to the Juneteenth organization, Houston, Juneteenth Houston. They put on an amazing event. Scarface, a lot of people showed up. Again, it's a reason for that. The park purchased in 1872 by Black community leaders, including Jack Yates. So the alumni school, Jack Yates, we all know Jack Yates, man. You know what I'm saying? Jack Yates. So some free slaves, where he purchased the land so free slaves could celebrate Juneteenth. Many historians and community leaders argued that honoring a Confederate officer in the heart of Houston's historic Black community was inappropriate, so they renamed the Dowling Street to Emancipation in 2017. And, again, it's in the middle of Third Ward. If you know anything about Houston, Third Ward is real Black Wall Street is at, right there off Alameda. So, again, Juneteenth, man. They separated you, traded you, shipped you to another place. And the park, Emancipation Park, the place we was at this weekend, is the park where you and your family members would go back after being traded to find each other. Wasn't no Instagram, wasn't no Facebook, wasn't no mailing, or, you know what I'm saying? No reaching out and touching nobody, like go there to see. And that's what it was. It was a big Black family reunion where everybody would show up and search for loved ones, man. So lit. Shout out to everybody that showed up. We had a Juneteenth event as well with Black Wall Street. It's a lot going on this weekend, man. Now, for the Father's Day events that took place, we know that ain't nobody go out and do nothing, man. Wasn't popping. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody really excited about Father's Day. The World Cup people out here in the H, they got a lot going on. And boys excited about refills. In certain countries, you can't do some of the things that you can do here in the U.S., like get refills. The other countries, they don't play that refill thing. Here in the U.S., you can get unlimited refills in some places. And so some of the foreigners that travel from some of these other countries, they're really, really excited about refills and stuff like ranch. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to having ranch. And some of the ketchup tastes a lot different from there. They 100% tomato. Congrats to Christian Menifee. I don't know if y'all are paying attention, but Christian Menifee is the member for District 18. Went through a lot of tape to get to where he's at, so salute to him. A lot of people upset about Jay-Z and Target and partnerships. You're supposed to do those type of partnerships. Do you take certain type of partnerships? Do you turn them down? People brought up that Shaq helped Papa John's and them out. You know what I'm saying? Shaq helped out a couple companies. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see the big Black man on TV, it's probably because they need him or they need him. And so it's the same thing with Jay-Z. Jay-Z got influence. Target's reaching out, heard their money and went down since the boycotts have started. So they're like, hey, Hov, come save us, man. Y'all heard about the 1-year-old being shot inside of Walmart. That was crazy. Crazy. 1-year-old being shot on the outside of Walmart. 2 adults running out or walking out of Walmart, got in the vehicles. Police ended up shooting up the car, killed the 1-year-old baby. At the start of this live, I saved a baby. I saved a baby. If you just got on this live, man, go watch the beginning of this live. I saved a baby. I am a hero. That's why I wanted to do this live. I was like, man, I don't want the world to not know. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you do things and you just do it and nobody knows unless you tell people. And this particular thing, it happened on June 15th, exactly 25 years past my enlistment date. And all I kept thinking about was yeah, you know, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I'm here for. You know, I'm here to do heroic stuff. You know, I'm blessed and favored. You know, I'm trained to do those type of things. But at the same time, I've been carrying that with me. And I was like, why am I carrying this with me? I'm not the one that accidentally, you know, fell in the water. I didn't get rescued. I did the rescuing. But at the same time, I was carrying that with me because I hadn't told anybody. So I was like, let me get online, man, and tell somebody uh, what's going down, tell somebody what happened, tell somebody what transpired. And what transpired was me being in the swimming pool when a baby stroller rolled into the swimming pool. And I had to hop on some hero shit, but my boy Johnny was supposed to join me tonight. So Johnny joined me.